Danny has disappeared. So now we've got a few pitters, and from what I can see, Maximus has started on the mediums, possibly.
Yeah, Maximus has gone to the mediums.
Mm.
We're at start of lap 6. I think they might be working on a 2-stop. From 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th all seem to have pitted. Maximus is the only one going for a medium strategy, so I think he may have fueled up to the end, and I think he's just going to run it as long as he can to try to make it places.
Yeah, so now at the minute we've got at the front, we've got the big hit who's out in first. He's got the Stickman.
An 8-second marginal? Yep, 8 seconds.
8 seconds back to the Stickman in second. He won the last race, of course, at Brands Hatch just last week.
Mm-hmm.
So on current form, he was quite quick. In third, we've got an Australian, otherwise known as Sammy. He's sitting third. He hasn't pitted yet. Tyres up in very second hand as the big hit comes in. Maximus is the first of the pitters. He's on the medium tyres, which
I don't know about that one, but while we got this on, just so the streamers know that with the update, which was part of the technical difficulties that we've had with the streaming, as you can tell, if anyone is wondering, no, the game is not lagging out. In the update, they have extended the pit stop area and almost double what it normally is, so that's why the cars seem to take a long time to get to their pit crew. So as you will notice, without doing fuel, they're doing 18-second stops just to do tires. So that's, as you can tell, Sammy was in third. Sammy was in third. He's dropped down to fifth, and he had like a 10 to 15 second margin above these racers at that point. So pit stop strategy actually has quite a bit to do with your racing now. So.
Yeah.
We'll have to keep that in mind later on in the week onto the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, there's been a few problems getting updates and what have you sorted out. We've now got it absolutely pegged and sorted. So, yeah. So now we've got. I think the order is pretty much now set. We've got Big Hit out in the lead, Stickman out in second. Maximus in third. He's got Lavsesh not that far away from Lavsesh. Has just returned back to GTS this week, and he's sitting in fourth spot. Sammy Carter's up to fifth now, and
just picked up a penalty too.
So Amit Blauer is in sixth spot, and then we've got Mick in seventh, and one of the de facto teammate of yours, of course, and doing a rather good job.
Yeah, that's the moment. He's doing quite well. There's a 25-second gap to Illicit Power, and then a 6-second gap to Maddie, who is bringing up from the rear. Just kind of want to point this out Maximus is off. Looks like he may have blew his breaking point. But if you look, Maximus, as you can see, he's on the racing mediums. You know, this actually might be a thought-out strategy on the fact that, one, it takes a little bit longer in the pit, so you kind of, for once in Gran Turismo, you want to stay out of the pit a lot more than, you know, any kind of normal racing. But also, as someone who's driven this car just like you, you can tell that the car has a lot of wear on the front tires, and especially on this track, if you get on this track with any kind of tire wear, the fronts are going to take the hit. But in this car specifically, not only is it bad on the front tire wear, that front left tire is the one that seems to go first. So him switching over to the mediums, him getting one, maybe two more laps to stay out of the pits may help him, especially with, you know, the 18-second pit stop just for tires. So See how
Yeah,
that pans out for him.
yeah. I mean, it's an interesting concept deciding to go for the mediums, but they're less grippy. So
That's
that
true.
I think there's going to be a bit of a trade-off. So yeah, at the end. So anyways, we've got ourselves all sorted out. We've got Mick in 7th. We've got Illicit Power in 8th spot. He's circulating. He's doing he's doing his second race on the wheel. So it's
Oh
gonna.
wait, here's a move. Go to the 3rd and 4th real quick.
I
Sammy's
am
up the inside of Lavesh.
Lav
Is he gonna make it
Sesh.
stick?
Yes, he
No,
is.
not. Oh, okay. Lavesh did.
Yeah, Lav Sesh has kept 3rd spot, and just having a watch here. See if he defends. He doesn't defend that heavily going into turn 4.
Let's see if he's gonna take the inside or the out. He's chosen the outside.
Yeah,
Just gonna tuck back in there.
he's keeping the line. He's doing a good job defending here.
I feel like Sammy's probably just going to take his time, and if he can get close enough up here, he's probably going to challenge him here on the straight. We'll see if Lavesh takes the defensive route and goes to the inside, or what happens. And Sammy did not get a good exit out of that corner, so it's going to give Lavesh a little breathing room. They come into the hairpin here.
Yeah, and he's sliding there is Lav Sesh. He's keeping the gap back to Sammy Carter.
Yeah. Well, I want to point something out. This section right here that they're going through, this is really a make or break section for this track.
It is.
You can be like half a second up in purple, and then by the time you come out of there, if you don't get those chicanes right, you can go from half a second up your best time, and you can drop down almost a whole second and be behind.
And now Sammy Carter's drawn alongside Lav Sesh heading into turn 1. Let's see what happens. Yes, he does.
Did he get the cutback? Yep, he got it.
He's got it this time. That's a good move from Sammy Carter. He's gradually getting quicker race on race. So that's a good move there from Sammy. And now Lav Sesh trying to get the position back, and I just don't think he's able to be close enough to do that. Heading now down into the hairpin, it's not quite happening, and yeah, the gap's still there. Sammy Carter isn't pulling away just yet. Gap's still staying very, very consistent.
Well, he's got the slipstream, and they're coming down the straight. So if he has a chance to make the move, it's here. But it looks like Sammy got a better exit than Lavesh did. So really no need for him to cover that inside, because it didn't look like he had the opportunity to go for it. But if you want to stick on this one, Ash, I'm gonna jump through the field and see if we got any other battles.
Yeah. I'll stick with this battle for now, and see if Lav Sesh can get the gap back. He's just starting to lose time now through the final chicane, so I suspect now that Sammy Carter's got enough to possibly try and make a break from Lav Sesh, heading across the start-finish line now. Let's see at the gap. Lav Sesh is staying very, very close here to Sammy, and it's just not quite close enough to make a move stick.
What I can see pointing out on the tires, Sammy has better tire wear right now than the Shesh does at the moment. So, let's see. But Sammy has less fuel, so it's kind of a trade-off on that one.
Yeah, so now So now we've got the gap is starting to extend out a little bit between Sammy Carter and Lavsesh. That's now heading towards 8/10. So out front, Big Hurt, he's now 13 seconds clear of the Stickman in second, and that gap is just getting bigger.
Looks like the Big Hurt has less fuel at the moment. It looks like Stickman has got more fuel also, but their tire wear, Stickman's got a little bit better tires than the Big Hurt does at the moment, but he's a little farther along. But I don't think the Stickman has saved more fuel by being in someone's slipstream for a little bit longer, or he could have done a splash at the pit. I don't think that's the case, but
nobody's pitted this time, so from what I can see, so whether they're going to try and go a little bit further, not quite sure. I was expecting this to be a two-stop race. Looking at the lap count, Maximus in 5th is the guy on mediums, and he's going to try and make them go to the end of the race. And it's mixing from 7th spot. So one of the updates of Gran Turismo have done is they've made the pit lane time a little bit longer.
And he's got to do fuel, so we might as well order a pizza, and it'll get here before he gets out of those pits.
So here he goes.
Yep, now it's time for fuel. Mick's probably having a smoke in real life right now. And he's out. 48. Well, at least the fuel doesn't take too long. So there's the upside on that.
Yeah. As
Illicit's in behind him.
Yep, and the Big Hit out in the lead. He's got the blinky red light of doom. He's in the pit lane now. So now it's going to be down to second place man. The Stickman. Let's see what he does. Going around the final 2 corners. Is he going to pull off the fuel?
Oh,
yes, he
pitting.
is. Yeah, he's pitting as well. Sammy Carter in 3rd spot has managed to gain a gap of about 2.5 seconds back now to Lavsesh, and he's in as well. Lavsesh continues, interestingly.
Yes, he does.
And I'm expecting Maximus to be doing exactly the same thing. He does.
Well, Lavesh also on the fuel counter. His tires, his front left, like I was saying earlier, it's down about halfway at the moment, so that's going to be giving him a problem. But his fuel, he still hasn't hit a quarter tank. He's still just above a quarter at the moment. But we'll see if that plays out for him. But it looks like he's kind of already going wide, which is giving the Big Hurt a chance to catch up to him. So we'll see how this plays out for him.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we've got
Stickman is coming up on a mid blah.
So yeah, now Amit Blah's up in the 4th with the pit strategy. I'm not sure if he can make it to the end. I don't think he can.
I don't think so either. A Stickman is coming up quick on him, but he just came out of the pits with the fresher tires and the fuel to finish the race. Then
Yeah.
followed by then Mick. Mick is 7th at the moment. New tires. Oh,
I'm just
it's
following.
like lap hole tires.
I'm just following Maximus because he's closing up here on Lavsesh for 2nd place. And I haven't seen anybody yet in other races do the alternative strategy. Maximus is in.
Now.
He's in, yeah. So he can't make them tires last. So that was so. Lavsesh, look at his left front tire. His left front tire is ruined.
Screaming. It is asking for mercy. It is begging to be put out of its misery.
It'll be more or less like jelly at this stage. So now he's got 5.5 seconds back to Stickman and set in third spot. I'm interested to see if that gap can be made up.
Oh, it's being made up. I'm watching the tenths of seconds go down each corner. I mean, as a racer, and someone who, with the experience of all this, it's just like there comes that time to where you need to decide, is it worth staying out for the long run, or am I just losing too much time because these tires are just too worn? And that's kind of what we're seeing right now as Stickman is gaining on Levesh, and it's just, I know you want to stay out there as long as you can because that's the whole point, but sometimes it's just you're losing too much time trying to, and you just got to give them a rest. So
Yeah, so Sammy Carter in fourth has got 9 seconds back to Maximus in fifth. He's got a bit of a gap back to Amit Blah, who has now pitted for a second time. I was right, I didn't think he had enough fuel to go to the end. Mick in seventh. Alyssa Power still going around in eighth spot, which is a good job. He's not making many mistakes. He's just building his speed up gradually, which is good to see.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Ash,
Go
but
for it.
if you go back to second and third, within that lap, Ace Stickman went from 4 seconds down to in the slipstream at 0.8 of a second behind him. So, and Levesh decided to stay out once more for another lap on those really, really bad tires. So
Yeah, he's definitely not coming in, not now. As now you can just tell by the grip. Oh, there goes Stickman down the inside of Lavsesh. Just the grippier tyres. There, you could hold the inside line a lot better. And now I'm starting to wonder why the 11 seconds back to Sammy Carter in fourth will hold up.
it's already tumbling down at the moment.
It should do. It should do in theory.
Yeah, but we just saw that, if he's not going in, and I don't think he's going to. I mean, it was 11 seconds when we just mentioned. Now it's down to 9, and it's still dropping quite a bit. So I think Sammy's going to catch him.
Yeah, absolutely. The gap has come down by quite a margin. It's 3 seconds on this lap alone, and the lap hasn't even finished yet. Sammy's last lap time was a 51.8, whereas Sammy's last lap time was a 47.6. That's 4 seconds, and with Lavsesh's left front tyre, there is no life in it. It is pushing up daisies. It's dead. It's. But if he pits now,
And he's not.
He's not what you want. He would lose the position anyways. So this is a brave strategy. 6 seconds slower than his last lap time. That was a 53.2, whereas Sammy Carter's done a 47.6. That's 6 seconds. That's a big difference.
Yeah, you gotta wonder what he's thinking.
Yeah,
I think he's just. I think it's to the point to where he realized that he messed up, and he's just trying to own it at this point, and just try to salvage whatever he can. It happens to the best of us, and
I think he's trying to make a one-stop work, which fair play. He's got to try something, but just don't think this is the track, because the tyre wear.
Definitely not.
This is this track and tyre wear will just eat tyres alive. And you can just see the gap visibly. I'm going to go back to Sammy. The gap, you can see it's just visibly shrinking, corner by corner, and it's just going to be a non-entity, this battle, when it comes up for the final lap. When Sammy gets there, which you can tell is 2.5 seconds away.
The big herd is coming to lap another one. And sets a 1:45.9. Oh, he did that on lap 9. All right. Wow.
Yeah, he's coming up the lap. Illicit Power.
Yeah,
Again,
he's
and again,
on his final.
kudos to Illicit Power. You know, he's kept it on the track. He's kept it facing forwards, and he's going to pick up another finish. So that's a good job for Illicit. As now the gap between Lavsesh and Sammy is down to a second. It's now
And
less
he's on
than.
the slipstream.
And so I'm expecting the move to be into turn 3. So let's see, turns 1, 2, and here we go. Is this going to be moved down the inside? You can just see the tighter line which Sammy can hold. And Lavsesh is trying to defend. Wow,
Doing the Dunny.
he's done well, but on the exit he's just going to be had on toast. There he goes. There goes Sammy up into 3rd place. Now Lavsesh trying to make a
right
move back. Well, yeah, he put a stamp on that. He put a stamp on that and sent it, and it didn't quite work. And now Sammy should pull away. In 3rd, Maximus is going to be too far back to make the time up now. As now just going to go up to the big hit who's coming through the final few turns. And
I'll stick on here and see if anything happens. And ooh, that was really close.
As here he comes across the line, and that's a victory for the big hit. So well done to him. 2nd is going to be the stick man. And through the final turn now, here he comes for another 2nd place finish.
Ooh, Vesh is went off track for momentarily. Sammy is going to be coming across 3rd.
Yep.
A 3-second gap on him.
Yeah, comes Sammy now. He's heading across the line now, so that's a good job for Sammy, and well done.
Oh, Maximus.
Lavsesh takes 4th.
Yeah.
Lavsesh takes... Maximus takes 5th. Amit Blaz going to be next across the line. He's going to claim 6th, and he's only 3 or so seconds ahead of Mick.
Mick's actually been closing that gap. Last time I saw him, he was around like 10 seconds, so he's closed about 6 seconds in this final section of the race.
So there goes Amit now. Across the 6th, and there's Mick across the line for 7th. Illicit Power's already finished in 8th. And last across the line will be Matty. Here he comes now through the final chicane, sliding the car out. And here he comes across the line for 9th place. And that's another finish for Matty.
Yep.
So there we have it. That was that ended up being a bit of a battle on strategies in the end.
Sure did.
Well done to Big Hit and podium finishers then, and everyone racing. Gran Turismo this week is in Barcelona on Saturday. So on Barcelona on Sunday for Divisions 1 and 2, and Formula 1 has got Divisions 1 and 2 on Saturday evening. Any final thoughts on the race?
I would just say, if you have the Saturday or not Saturday, but if you have the Sunday race, I know that after watching this, it's really made me kind of rethink the strategy that I want to be doing on Sunday. I don't know if it has for you, but I think that the rest of the season is going to get more interesting, especially with these extended pit stops. So
it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And on that note, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
All right.